I realized something today. I had an epiphany. Yeah, I had an epiphany. Looking at all of this stuff going on online with the passport bros the and all of this divide. I understand it. I understand it, but I don't think we're really looking at it realistically. Um, the truth about us as people and why this should be a private conversation. YouTube is open to the public, but just being for real. Uh, the reason why black men and black women don't have love for one another, the reason is a lot more complex than even we understand. But I had an epiphany and I wanted to share it with you. The reason that we don't have love is because we never received it. What do you mean? Well, I mean that love is not part of our culture. And what I mean by that is you didn't get it from your parents. Don't get me wrong. We'll say it because somehow we're paying homage to our parents to say, or my mama gave me everything. My mama loved me. My mama loved me. Your mama gave you beatings and church. If your father was there, usually he wasn't. But if your father was there, your father kind of gave you the same thing your mother gave you. There was no loving, kind, supportive, none of that. You're like slaves. Do what I say. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. And don't you do it with an attitude. And don't you suck your teeth. And you can't even do that. Nothing. Love is not even in our entertainment. It's not in our movies. Now you can think about the movies now, and it's not in the movies now, but it wasn't in the movies back then. Even back then, our first representation in movies was black exploitation movies, Superfly, The Mac, all of that stuff. Black exploitation. There's no love. Love is not in our music. I ain't talking about rap. Run the tape all the way back when this first started. We wasn't singing about love when we were first introduced to the music media. Our first form of music was the blues. From the blues was about truth and pain. Truth and pain. From the blues gave birth to soul. Soul was just the blues with a much more dynamic and talented vocal range. And what was soul about? Truth and pain. And sex. Soul gave birth to R&B. What was R&B about? Truth, pain, and sex. No love. R&B, after R&B comes rap. What's rap? Truth and pain and sex. So as you grow up, you get into these relationships and you try to love somebody who has never been loved, has never given love, and doesn't know how to receive love. And we don't know how to do it either. We're just kind of tripping and fumbling over things here. And we go, well, the minute you try to act like you love a woman or talk like you love her or be vulnerable with her, you corny now. You corny. You a sucker. This is turning me off. I don't like you no more. The first time a woman tries to be vulnerable with you and show you some love, what's the first thing you do? As a black man, you get your ass on your shoulders and feel like you can get away with anything. Talking to her crazy, blah, 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 cheating, whatever. Let's be for real, bro. You don't know how to give it. You don't know how to receive it. Because we grew up like that and because we are like that, it became very easy for the divisive media influence to come in and exploit the fact that we had grown up without love. So introduce talk shows where you give black women a platform to talk about black men. Talk shows, Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Oprah, whoever, gave them a platform to talk about black men. And they started saying that black men ain't shit. All right? They didn't give black men a platform. They never did that. They still, even to this day, they don't. If a black man is on TV, he is speaking the narrative of the network that he works for. He is not allowed to represent himself. Oh, okay. So we heard we ain't shit, we ain't shit, we ain't shit, we ain't shit. Fuck niggas, fuck that, fuck you, fuck that. Black men ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. Oh, then comes the internet. And black women, doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on this throughout the years. But then black men gave themselves a platform. And the first thing we say when we open our mouth is, they ain't shit. And now we're doing the we ain't shit wars back and forth. When the truth is, we just have never received love. We saw it on TV, but we only saw it in white movies. We heard it in music, but we only heard it in white music. To live a loveless life, devoid of love, and if you try to get some love, you're ridiculed for it, or if you feel love, you're ostracized for it, or you're told that you're some kind of sucker. Nigga, you like a broad, nigga. If a chick loves a man, she's called stupid. You stupid, these motherfuckers. Fast forward all the way to today, and you think that I'm supposed to wag my finger at somebody trying to find love that was never given it. I don't care if it's black men or black women doing it. I understand it. It was never given love. We want to love each other. We do, but we don't know how. Because instead of love and support and kindness and that you're supposed to get from your parents, what we got is shit talking, beatings, church, and instructions. That's what we got. That's all we know how to give. Truth, pain, and sex. No love. Well, understanding this, I don't knock anybody for what they're trying to do to get some love out of this world. I don't. We don't know how to love each other. We want to. Let's say black women, they really want to love us. Let's say they really do. They don't know how. And what we call it, and what we're calling it, is they're being masculine. You need a new word. You're not being masculine. They're being loveless. Hey, let me tell you why they're not being masculine. Let me say this for a minute. If I asked you the definition of masculinity as a man, what you would do is you would say all of these outstanding qualities. Well, you're a protector and a provider, and you're God-fearing and upstanding, and you're a man of your word, and you do what you say you're going to do, and you look out for your family. That's masculinity. You're honest and upright. You would call that masculinity. They are nothing like that, so why do you keep calling them masculine? They are not behaving and showing the qualities and traits of men because they get up and go to work every day. So do white women, Chinese women, Latina women, and Asian women. That's not masculine. What they're doing and saying, their behavior is loveless. You have no love inside of you. That's not masculine. Masculine would be loving. If they were masculine, if it's masculine for me to provide for my family and she hates providing for her family by herself, she really hates doing it, she hates providing for you, she doesn't ever want to have to provide for you. Why do you keep calling her masculine? She's loveless. Simple. Now, it's funny because I know you can't love them out of this. That's the funny part. I know you can't love them out of this. You know what I mean? So let's say that the simp dudes. The simp dudes would come on there, oh yeah, man, we're supposed to love you. You love women, blah, 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 blah. They'll listen to that and nod at it, but if they actually get with that dude, they're going to put that dude through hell because they don't know how to receive love. They don't know how to receive it. They think it's corny. It's a turn off to them. So men are looking for somebody who's not turned off by love. And black women are trying to look for somebody who's not turned off by love. That's the epiphany I had. It's not our fault. We weren't given it. We can blame our parents, but it wasn't their fault. They weren't given it. But at some point, there has to be a break in the chain, a changing of the guard. Somebody has to start giving and receiving love. I'm even guilty of this with my own kids. My talks with my son are not so loving. I'm not mean or anything, but it's more talking shit, joking, and instruction. Does he feel supported and loved? I don't know. I got to ask him today. I don't know. But he's 25, you know what I mean? But I'm going to ask him today because this is the epiphany I had, and I just wanted to share that with you. I'm not knocking nobody on either side because I know what the real problem is. And we're victims of it and perpetrators of it. All of us. Not just black men, not just black women. All of us. One.